From New York, here is I've Got a Secret, starring Steve Allen.
Oh, dear, that'll be all the exercise I'm going to take all week. Good evening and welcome to I've Got a Pain in My Whole Chest from doing that. Now, the group behind me is the High Five, who open tomorrow at something really called the Cafe Wah. It's in the village, W-H-A, Wah. And we'll be hearing from them in just a minute. But first, I'd like you to meet the swinging group on our panel. First of all, Betsy Palmer. Next, Bill Cullen. And sitting in for vacationing Bess Meyerson, the star of the Broadway mystery thriller Wait Until Dark, Miss Lee Remick. And finally, Henry Morgan. And that's our panel. Our panel, the High Five group over here has a very amazing secret for all of us to work on tonight. And before we hear about their secret, they have just made their first recording. And I've asked them to play it and sing it for you right now. So here they are with their own composition titled, Did You Have to Rub It In?
After you told me, baby, you didn't want me for your lover and you'd rather never see me again for the rest of your days. You had to go ahead and swear you never loved me to begin with, and you put me down so hard in so many ways. You know that was the meanest thing that you could do. I'd never, ever do a thing like I do to you. There's only one question I'm asking of you. What did you have to rub it in? What did you have to rub it in? Don't you think it's enough that you're going away? Did you have to make it hurt this way? Or did you have to rub it in? What did you have to rub it in? What did you have to rub it in? And then you know the feelings that I feel today. You know that being mean to me just doesn't pay. You're gonna turn and look at me and then you're gonna say, well, did you have to rub it in? What did you have to rub it in? What did you have to rub it in? What did you have to rub it in?
There you are. Come right in. In case you just joined us, that was Did You Have to Rub It In from the picture How's Your Fixed Vapor Rub? Gentlemen, I guess you'll all be standing. Now, would you introduce yourselves individually, please?
I'm Seth Evans.
Jeffrey Commodore.
I'm Ted Barron.
And I'm Vic King.
And I'm Pam Robbins.
Well, Pam? Keep your opinions to yourself up there. I assume you're the spokesman tonight. Now, I've already told the panel that you have an amazing secret for us, so if you'll whisper the details to me, we'll show it to the audience at home. I can't wait for the rest. Fellas? Uh-huh. Well, sir. Panel, the clue concerns something that's going to happen, and we'll start the game with Bill Cullen.
Well, from the way the secret was whispered, Pam doing hers separately, I assume Pam's is different than the boys.
Well, in a sense, she has nothing to do with the secret.
Oh, well, she started it and they finished.
No.
Is it going to happen here?
Yes.
Tonight?
Yes.
We're going to see it.
No.
We're not going to see it. We're going to be blindfolded when it does. But it's
yes and no as to whether you're going to see it or not.
Is it going to be something that we're more apt to hear than see?
Not unless there's a lot of screaming. I don't think so.
Is it going to change anyone's appearance?
That would be safe to say. Bill, $20 down. Miss Lee Remick.
Is this something that the five of you are going to do here tonight all together?
No.
Just some of you?
Yes.
Are you going to do something such as what you've just done, namely singing and playing your... No, you're not going to do that. I see. Is this something that you've ever done before? Oh, really?
Yes.
It has happened before. Yes, Miss Remick, it has happened before. Henry Morgan, $40 down.
Did you say it's going to affect your appearance any?
Yes.
Well, now, this is a wild assumption, but you said it's happened before. Are the boys going to get haircuts?
Yeah.
Happened
At this very moment, Henry, backstage, we have 4 barbers. I think we ought to have 4 gardeners myself, but we have 4 barbers back there, and they're going to jump on the boys and just cut them to shreds in just a minute or two here and give them a normal haircut. Isn't that exciting? Fellas, are you sure you're doing the right thing?
Not really.
No, not actually.
Remember what happened to Samson? What made you decide to give up the trademark that seems to identify all the young rock and roll groups these days?
And we had gotten into a discussion with Pam as to whether we change the sound or not one night, and she got to daring us, and we got to betting. And yes,
They do it.
that's why we're here.
Change the sound?
Yeah, well, you know, some people, you know,
The
claim
belief
things
was
like that.
without long hair, we couldn't sing rock and roll.
I see. I thought you meant it would muffle the sound wave. Yes, Betsy?
Is Pam going to do anything to her pretty hair?
No.
I
You
hope
mean the
not.
boys are not, they're going to let you
I
get away
dare
with
them.
that? Uh-huh.
How long has it been since you guys have had straight hair? I mean, as we say.
A total of maybe 3 years between all of us.
I see. 3 years down the drain tonight, ladies. Well, let's open the curtain so the barbers can see what work we have cut out for them. There it is. That's the other vocal group, folks, the 4 barbers. They're recording for Capitol Records in the morning. Gentlemen, are you ready? Snip, snip, snip. Gentlemen, do you have any last words before you go to the chair?
Too late for words now.
All right, now be sure to let us know if the governor calls during the show, because we don't want to do anything wrong here. Seriously now, all kidding aside, how do you feel about what the guys are going to do? You think it might be a mistake?
I don't want to watch.
Well, here's the moment that all America's been waiting for. Ready? Set scalpels. And remember, fellas, as we say in Sweden, take it off, take it all off. And there they go. Hey! Oh, I can't stand to watch it. Well, I think it would be just indecent to watch anymore, don't you, Pam, at this moment? So the fellows will be back a little bit later looking different somehow after the barbers have done their work. Thanks, fellas. We'll be back in a moment, but first, here's something for you to think about. Incidentally, Lee, while the thought is on my mind, I have been told that your play, Wait Until Dark, is one of the most exciting, thrilling things to come to Broadway in quite a long time.
Oh, thank you, Stevens. Come see it. It's great fun.
I do intend to see it very soon. And now may we have our next contestant, please. Sorry. We're going to lose somebody some night. These chairs have wheels, and it's not too definite once in a while. You tell us your name, young man, and where you're from.
My name is Dale Cummings, Jr. from Berry Academy, Mountain Berry, Georgia.
Now, Dale Cummings, Jr. is a high school senior, and among other things, he's interested in sports and athletics. He recently had the good fortune to meet Stan Musial, the president's advisor for the Council on Youth Fitness, and as a result of that meeting, Dale decided to find some world record that he personally could challenge and break. And he's here tonight because he succeeded in doing just that. So, Dale, if you'll whisper to me, we'll show the audience just what championship you did win. Remarkable. A little bit more. Tell me more. How about that? The clue panel concerns what championship that Dale Cummings won, and we'll start the game this time with Betsy Palmer.
Dale, did you win it in the field of sports?
Yes, ma'am.
In what we consider normal sports?
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, like, was it baseball? Did it involve a ball at all?
No, ma'am.
Did you do it on land?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you do it with other people?
No, ma'am.
It was a solo thing.
That's right.
Did it have to do with track?
No,
by
ma'am.
any chance? Did it have to do with something by yourself? Handball?
No, ma'am.
No ball was involved. $20 down, Bill Cullen.
Dale, is this is the kind of sport one can participate in alone. I assume you did that alone.
Yes, sir, that's right.
And it had nothing to do with track.
No, sir.
Field?
No, sir.
Huh?
I just said stream, and I'm very sorry.
Yes. But we know it was done on land, so it had nothing to do with swimming.
No.
And no ball was involved.
No, sir.
Holy mackerel. Archery? Something like that?
No, sir.
No ball. Hockey? You need other people to do that.
$40 down, rather. Lee Remick.
Did it involve any object at all?
No, ma'am.
Does it involve any animal or animals
No, ma'am.
at all? I see. Did it involve, and it's something you do alone. Did you do this recently, within the past 6 months?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
That probably
really?
won't help you, though.
It doesn't do me any good at all, does it?
This is a tough one. Henry Morgan, $60 down.
Did you do this out of doors?
No, sir.
Were you in your home when you did it?
No, sir.
It could be done indoors or outdoors, though.
Yeah.
Were other people watching you?
Yes, sir.
Is there a record in this thing that you broke?
Oh, yes, sir, there is.
Is it, I don't mean to be mean, but is it sort of a silly thing?
I don't think it is.
No, it's not like, balancing an egg on your nose or something. It's quite a trick to do.
Uh-huh. Does it require a lot of dexterity?
Yes, sir. Endurance.
Endurance. Oh, is this a long thing? You did something that took a long time. Were you staying in one place while you did this?
Yes.
Sitting, maybe?
Yes, sir.
Were you rocking?
Yes, sir.
And rolling a little bit, too.
Did you set a long endurance record for rocking?
I don't know why that struck me so funny, Henry.
I don't either.
I'll tell you, you were looking at the new sit-up champion of the entire world. I very often sit up the whole night long, and I don't win any medals for it, but seriously, as they say in show business, how many, you know what a sit-up is? It's where you lie down and you pull yourself up into a sitting position. How many of those do you think now, really, would constitute a record? Put up your hand if you have any idea. Henry?
Oh, just 150.
That tells you what kind of shape we're all in, right? Anybody else want to guess?
500.
500, says Betsy. Bill?
Well, from the laugh Henry's answer got, I'd say closer to like 5,000 for a round number.
Well, anyway, it's a remarkable record. Tell them exactly how many. They won't believe me.
14,118.
What?
Yes, Henry?
In my neighborhood, 150 would be a record.
And if you could do in the neighborhood on 150, you'd be doing all right, whatever I said. Now, how long did it take you?
Took 12 hours and 3 minutes, sir.
You did it all in one stretch?
Yes, sir.
I see.
When you stop.
He just kept going, that's all.
Why did you attempt a record in sit-ups, specifically?
Well, sir, I was inspired by meeting Stan Musial last summer at a conference for moral rearmament. And he heads the President's Council on Physical Fitness. And after talking to him, I decided I wanted to become a champion and
I see.
try.
What was the previous sit-up record?
14,000.
Who set that?
John R. Greenshields, a special agent, FBI man.
I see. Yes, Bill?
I'm 46. And
Around the waist.
No. There are 365 days a year, And ever since I've been born, I sat up once each morning, and I still only did 16,790. I was sick 2 days, 16,788.
I want to go again over the question that Betsy raised. How did you feel afterwards?
I felt all right, except I couldn't walk. Weak leg muscle.
That's strange. Yes, Betsy?
Honestly, you either have the strongest stomach muscles, or they just must have hurt like a toothache. Really, honestly, are your muscles just unbelievably strong now in your abdomen?
I'll find out. Do we have a second or two to do a sit-up? Can you just show us one or two? Is the floor clean?
No.
Oh, there's a little bench. There's a dirty bench over there. Would you help yourself to that, Dale, if you were. There it is.
Take off my coat.
Yeah, whatever you want. And can I hold that for you?
He hasn't got a stomach. Look at that.
We don't have time for 14,000. We're a little bit late, but he'll just show you his championship form. Now, the average person is hard put to do this even if somebody holds his ankles down, but he just snaps right up there. And there he goes. Yeah.
And he goes
14,000 of those. We'll meet our special guest for tonight in just a minute after this message. Now it's time to meet our special guest for the evening, a man whose face is familiar to 30 million television-watching Americans. He's known as Uncle Joe on the Petticoat Junction program. Here is Mr. Edgar Buchanan. Good evening, Edgar. Would you introduce us to your friend here?
Steve, this is my old friend, double and stand-in, Jack Henderson.
Mr. Henderson, nice to have you with us. How long have you two fellows been working together?
20, 25 years, isn't it, Jack?
25, Buck.
I see. Now, Edgar Buchanan and Jack Henderson share a secret as a result of an incident that occurred while they were filming on location in the Colorado desert not long ago. One morning when Jack was scheduled to go before the cameras and stand in for Edgar, something happened that made it impossible for him to work. Nobody knew quite what to do until Edgar here heard about the problem and solved it as only he was equipped to do. So, Jack, if you'll whisper to me, we'll find out now what that problem was. I see. And, Edgar, what were you able to do about it? Well, sir. Panel, the clue concerns something that Edgar did for his stand-in, Jack Henderson. We'll start the questioning with Bill Cullen.
Mr. Henderson, the thing that happened to you was a physical thing?
Yes and no.
All right, I'll buy that. Did it happen above the waist?
Yes.
Did you lose something?
I believe I did.
Was it something of your own? I mean, something that nature had put there, or something that had been put there to replace what nature, whatever, yes.
Well, yes and no.
Thank you, Jack.
Yes.
Was it above the neck, Jack?
Yes.
$20 down, much ground covered there, Bill. Lee Remick.
Did this happen to you as a result of your forgetting something or simply losing something?
No, ma'am.
No.
Neither one.
Neither one. Oh, neither one. I
No,
see. Was it something that changed your appearance?
No, ma'am.
Was it something that that you wore?
No, ma'am.
$40 down. Henry Morgan?
You didn't lose it, and you didn't forget it. Did you break it?
No, sir.
Do you still have it?
No, sir.
It's gone.
Yes.
Did Mr. Buchanan supply you with another one?
No, sir.
I wish I knew what I was talking about.
$60 down. Betsy?
Mr. Buchanan, did you have what he lost? The same thing?
Similar, yes.
Similar. And you decided to get rid of what you had so it wouldn't make him look bad.
No, that's not quite the size of it.
Did it have anything to do with your mouth?
Yes.
Your teeth?
Yes.
Did you lose your teeth? And then you took your teeth out. If you did, did it have? Well, did you knock a tooth out? Did you black a tooth out?
No.
It had to do with your teeth.
Yes.
Not exactly, not Mr. Buchanan's
No,
teeth.
but it had to do.
Well, you were narrowing in out there, panel. What was the problem, Jack, that long ago morning in Colorado?
I had a toothache.
And Edgar, what did you do about it?
I pulled it.
That's right, because... Believe it or not, Mr. Henderson represents only one of many people, including actors, stagehands, directors, and even one horse, who owes Edgar Buchanan a debt of gratitude for the emergency dental work he has performed for them, because Edgar Buchanan, the actor, is also really Dr. Buchanan, the dentist. Edgar, that is a kind of an odd combination of professions. How did a nice dentist like you become a disreputable actor?
Well, I started acting in college, and my father suggested, who was a dentist, suggested that I take dentistry in case I have to have something to fall back on, which was very fortunate because when I graduated, the Great Depression had struck, and we were all out of work, but the dentistry came in handy. So I've always thanked him for that.
Indeed. I understand that you also met your wife at dental school. Is that right?
That's true. In very strange circumstances. She transferred from the University of Toronto to my school our junior year. And we came a week late. We each were a week late. And we were in a class where we took plaster impressions. And we take impressions of each other's mouths. She made a mistake and took my impression in artificial stone. And it took 4 dentists 3 hours to sculpture me out of this with little chisels. This was the first day.
No, we all know what a fine actor you are, Edgar, but Jack, you've experienced his work. Tell us honestly, what kind of a dentist is he?
One of the greatest, but when he pulled my tooth, all I felt was pain. I might add, though, that as a dentist, Buck is a great actor.
You always carry tools with you in case these emergencies come up?
Never fear when Edgar's near.
Now, wait a minute. I'll take this opportunity, by the way, to remind the parents in our audience about National Children's Dental Health Week and the importance of taking your children to see your dentist regularly, not just once in a great while. Don't wait until the last minute like Jack Henderson here did, or they might wind up in Hollywood having some actor pull their teeth. Gentlemen, thanks so much for being with us tonight. It's a pleasure to see you.
Thank you.
Be back again in a... What do you suppose those 4 guys with the long hair look like now? Well, we're going to open the curtain and find out. Here we go. Here are the pictures of them, first of all, pictures of them as they looked just about 20 minutes or so ago. And now we'll bring them in one at a time for a comparison. First, Ted Barron. There he is. Next man is Seth Evans. There's Seth. And next here comes Vic King. And finally, Jeff Commoner. Well, that's really remarkable. How does it feel?
Did you have to rub it in?
There's a plug for their new record, a blatant plug. Seriously, how does it feel?
I feel very scared.
Scared. Is it... This is the hair?
Yes. That was a rock and roll group.
Be funny if this became a big hit. And they were out of the business. Good night, everybody. Lee Remick, thanks so much for joining us tonight. Good night, panel.
Enjoy Lucy's daffy dilemma when she decides to knit a sweater for her friends but doesn't know the size on The Lucy Show with guest star Clint Walker, next in color.
This program was pre-recorded. This is John...